And now we'll do our opening hymn, which is a special song that we brought back from Minneapolis. About a month ago today, I was in Minneapolis with over 700 faith leaders who answered the call to join our faith community in Minneapolis. And this song, "No One Is Getting Left Behind," just really got stuck in my head. And we're going to have Jordan and the choir singing with us. And you'll hear this song, and if you feel called, please rise in body or spirit to join us. No one is getting left behind this time. No one is getting left behind. No one is getting left behind this time. We get there together or never get there at all. We get there together or never get there at all. We get there together or never get there at all. No one is getting left behind this time. No one is getting left behind. Not this time. No one is getting left behind this time. We get there together and never get there at all. We get there together and never get there at all. We get there together and never get there at all. Turn to a neighbor, look them in the eye, and sing this song. It is getting left behind this time. No one is getting left behind. Not this time. No one is getting left behind this time. We get there together and never get there at all. Feel that in your body. We get there together and never get there at all. We get there together and never get there at all. Last time around. No one is getting left behind this time. No one is getting left behind. Not this time. No one is getting left behind this time. We get there together or never get there at all. Say what? We get there together, never get there at all. We get there together, never get there at all. Welcome to church this morning. This one's for our neighbors who are locked inside. Together we will abolish ICE. Try that with me. This one's for our neighbors who are locked inside. Together we will abolish ICE. Children, this one's for our children who are locked inside. Together we will abolish ICE. Women, this one's for our women who are locked inside. Together we will abolish ICE. Queer fam, this one's for our queer fam who are locked inside. Together we will abolish ICE. Faithful, this one's for our faithful who are locked inside. Together we will abolish ICE. Clearly, most of all, I came back from the Twin Cities singing songs of protest and songs of revolution leading the way. I came back singing movement songs nonstop on the plane ride, in my car, next to my partner, on my morning walks. Even my hospice patients are getting the benefit of the music I learned in Minneapolis. We gather this morning under serious times, friends. As we speak, over 70,000 human beings are locked behind inhumane ICE detention centers, our modern-day concentration camps, unfit for human beings. Investigative reports reveal that 14%, only 14% of those arrested by ICE have violent criminal records.
14%. We know that masked, untrained, and armed men are abducting children to lure to their family members. They are abducting our neighbors, our friends, our family members, our coworkers in broad daylight with masks on. That is the country we are living in today. As Unitarian Universalists, we will not stand by as families are ripped apart, as our Constitution is trampled on. We resist with every single breath in our body the fascist system fueled by greed and hatred and fear. We resist and we join our UUA president, Reverend Dr. Sophia Betancourt, a daughter of immigrants herself, who at the end of January was arrested at the U.S. Capitol building when she and hundreds of other faith leaders protested at the Hart Senate building the increasing of the ballooning of the ICE budget. Sophia Betancourt, our UUA president, called for the defunding of the Immigration, Customs, and Enforcement Agency, saying that Unitarian Universalists believe in the values of pluralism, interdependence, justice, and generosity as a matter of our faith, as a matter of who we are as Unitarian Universalists. She said, we hold the sacred belief that love lives at the center of who we are and every breath that we make. She said, recent events have torn families apart, terrorized already vulnerable communities, and killed individuals doing nothing more than protecting their neighbors. They not only violate basic human decency, they are also an affront to the values that all people of faith hold conscious and sacred. For us as Unitarian Universalisms, we know that love is stronger than fear. We know that all those locked behind bars, this is for those who are languishing in hastily built, inhumane ICE detention centers, the concentration camps of our generation. I came back from Minneapolis fired up, ready to abolish ICE with every ounce of my being, and I came back with a deeper commitment to collective liberation, rooted in our values of justice and equity and transformation and pluralism and interdependence and generosity, with love at the center. These words can't just be pretty words we say on Sunday morning. They have to be infused into our actions, into the relationships, into showing up on the streets wherever we can, whenever we can. Last time we were here, the UU ministers in October were holding a retreat in Santa Cruz from all across the Bay, and we got to join the No Kings protest here in downtown Santa Cruz. And it was remarkable to have dozens of UU faith leaders with our yellow stoles out on the streets with the people. That's who our faith is at our best, out in the streets on the side of the people. So Minneapolis called us with these 6 words: do justice, love mercy, abolish ICE. Do justice, love mercy, abolish ICE. That was the theme of our Minneapolis faith pilgrimage. It was the organization March Multi-Faith Anti-Racism, Change, and Healing that called 700 ministers out to Minneapolis. March is a pro-queer group of multiracial, anti-racist clergy and faith leaders who have been building beloved community in Minneapolis for decades. When George Floyd was killed, it was the interfaith community of Minneapolis that came together. When gay marriage was needing to be passed, it was that same March community that came together in solidarity. Queer justice, racial justice, women's justice, the American Indian movement was started in Minneapolis. The mutual aid networks that we saw in Minneapolis was something I've never seen anywhere else. March faith leaders tell us that this is not a crisis confined to one city. This is a crisis from all over the land, born of the original sins of this country: stolen land, slavery, genocide, and the ongoing violence that is needed to sustain them. That's right. My partner, Noah Lightship is here, and he came with me to Minneapolis. I was feeling scared as a brown person, as a queer person of color. I knew the other ministers who were going, and I was one of the few folks of color in our faith movement, and I was thankful to have the support of my partner to come with me. On the morning of Friday, January 23rd, the two of us made this 1-mile pilgrimage from George Floyd Square to the Renee Good Memorial. George Floyd was killed on May 25th, 2020, when Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin knelt on his neck for over 9 minutes during an arrest, while George Floyd repeatedly said, "I can't breathe. I can't breathe." Renee Good was a 37-year-old white U.S. citizen and mother of 3 who was fatally shot by U.S. ICE agents in Minneapolis on January 7th, 2026. Her wife, Becca, said, "We had whistles, they had guns." Renee lived by an overarching belief that there is kindness in this world, and we need to do everything we can to find it where it resides and nurture it where it needs to grow. Those are the words that Becca said about her wife, Renee Good. Renee was standing up for her neighbors and was killed for it. Alex Preddy was a 37-year-old white man, male U.S. citizen, and ICU nurse at the local Veterans Hospital. Alex was killed on January 24th, 2026 by ICE agents in Minneapolis with video and witness accounts showing him being tackled and shot after attempting to assist a woman who was pepper sprayed in the face by these thugs. Alex's last words to that woman was, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" His training as a veteran ICU nurse pulled him to that woman who was being pepper sprayed. Are you okay? As a hospice chaplain myself, I know what it's like to be at the hands of death. And Alex was trying to do everything he could in his humanity. To this day, the killers of Renee Good and Alex Preddy have not been held legally accountable. There's been no criminal charges, and the killers are still serving as ICE agents. As a queer person, my heart is heavy when I think of Renee's wife, Becca, and their 3 children. As a hospice chaplain, I think of Alex's parents, Michael and Susan, and I think of his fellow nurses and patients. I saw a video of his ICU unit holding his body and giving him honors when he died. I think of George Floyd and his young daughter, Gianna, who was only 6 years old when she had to learn to say that Daddy changed the world. We also remember and name that insidious pattern of white supremacy culture that only cares and only protests when someone white is murdered by the state, while the deaths of people of color time and time again go largely unnoticed. So we name the people of color that have been killed by ICE in this past year. We name Silverio Villegas Gonzalez, a 38-year-old Latino male who was killed in Chicago after an ICE officer during a traffic incident on September 12th, 2025. Presente. We name Keith Porter. Presente. 43-year-old black male fatally shot by an off-duty ICE agent in Los Angeles on New Year's Eve this past December 31st, 2025. We name Dr. Linda Davis, Presente, a 52-year-old black woman and a special education teacher. Dr. Linda Davis is a mother and was a beloved member of the community who lost her life as a direct result of an ICE high-speed vehicle pursuit minutes from the school she was trying to get to. These murders are not accidents, and they are the predictable consequence of white supremacy culture and an enforcement model that wreaks havoc on already vulnerable communities. Times like these are when our progressive faith communities are needed now more than ever. And out of the 700 ministers that answered that call, over 200 were Unitarian Universalists. We had folks in yellow stoles all over Minneapolis learning what to do, learning how to bring back to our community. And it was this life-changing, transformative moment. And I kept hearing the words of Dr. King telling us that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. We are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality tied to that single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. Valerie Kaur is a Sikh American civil rights activist, lawyer, and author whose work centers on revolutionary love. She was among the hundreds of faith leaders that answered that call. And she framed Minneapolis and said, Minnesota has created an underground civil society, teaching children how to read and write in hybrid underground schools because schools are not safe, delivering groceries and supplies because stores are not safe, walking each other's dogs, getting each other's mail because streets are not safe, providing midwifery to mamas and babies because hospitals are not safe. That is what's happening in Minneapolis, my friends. And mutual aid looks like our people coming together. And so the last photo you saw on this was the week that I got back from Minneapolis. We had the 12th DRUUMM California quarterly retreat for UU people of color. DRUUMM stands for Diverse, Revolutionary, Unitarian, Universalist People of Color. And our theme was mutual aid is collective liberation. And so coming back from this moment, what does it mean for us to really live into collective liberation and mutual aid? We had 55 people of color UUs that came from all across the state for our 12th gathering, our quarterly gathering of Unitarian Universalists. And the hope and the dream is that our UU churches actually look like and reflect the communities that we serve. And the only way we're going to do that is if we build and support. This is our 12th quarterly retreat we've had for people of color UUs. Nowhere else in the nation is there regional organizing for people of color UUs on the ground. So that's something we're very proud of here in California. Thank you. And I want to bring us back with another song that was in my head. And if you can imagine singing this song directly in front of the people, they call it loyalty shifts. That's what we need to do, is we need to figure out how do we get loyalty shifts to happen. And this song is one of those ways we're going to do that. It's okay to change your mind, show us your courage, leave this behind. Oh, it's okay to change your mind, show us your courage, leave this behind. Oh, it's okay to change your mind, show us your courage, leave this behind. It's okay to change your mind, show us your courage, leave this behind. And then the second line goes, it's okay to change your mind, and you can join us here anytime. It's okay to change your mind, and you can join us here anytime. Let's do that one time through. It's okay to change your mind. Show us your courage. Leave this behind. Oh, it's okay to change your mind, and you can join us here anytime. Maria Ressa, Filipina-American journalist and Nobel Peace Prize winner, says this about democracy from her experience in the Philippines. She tells us democracy is fragile. You have to fight for every bit, for every law, for every safeguard, for every institution, for every story. You must know how dangerous it is to suffer even the tiniest cut. That is why I say to us all, we must hold the line. What we're seeing now is death by 1,000 cuts, and it's a slow erosion of the institutions that hold democracy together. So she tells us, friends, we must hold the line. Wherever we are, wherever we can, we must hold the line. In the book, Mutual Aid, Disaster Relief, Building Solidarity During This Crisis and the Next, Dean Spade teaches us that the only thing that keeps those in power in that position is the illusion of our own powerlessness. A moment of freedom and connection can undo a lifetime of social conditioning and scatter seeds in 1,000 directions. That's why those protests, those No Kings protests, those folks that stand on the corners in front of the Tesla buildings, those folks that stand above, those are the people that we have to be. Those are the people that our faith calls us to be. So do you feel the ground of that spiritual energy beneath us at this moment, at this time, at this place? Do you believe that our liberation is bound together? Do you feel it in your bones? Yes. Will you be there for your immigrant neighbor? Yes. Will you be there for your transgender neighbor? Yes. Will you be there for your undocumented neighbor? Yes. Is your Unitarian Universalist faith wide enough to hold the love, the justice, and the vision of this faith? Yes. We are the ones we've been waiting for, my friends. Together, we will abolish ICE. Amen. Love guides us from the beginning and to the end of our service. And we close with a song called Lead with Love from Oakland-based queer Black artist Melanie DeMore. The lyrics will be on the screen, and pick it up, rise in body or spirit if you feel called. It's a very moving song, and we'll close our service with Lead with Love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Don't give up hope. Don't give up hope. You're not alone. You're not alone. Don't you give up. Don't you give up. Keep moving on. Keep moving on. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Lift up your eyes. Lift up your eyes. Don't you despair. Don't you despair. Look up ahead. Look up ahead. The path is there. The path is there. You gotta put one foot in front of the other